I figured you would have said something there, Brett.
I love how you have to say, now I'll do it with my voice.
Well, I do that just so I can hear the difference between here and there.
Uh-huh. No, but you don't have to say that you're going to do it. You could just do it, you know.
Way to start this conversation right when the video's starting. For those of you who are watching this, you're listening to what is supposed to be a behind-the-scenes interaction with me and Brett. But for some reason, Brett forgot about that very crucial moment. So, I guess this is staying in the video. Anyways, welcome to part 2 of Sonic Adventure 2 playthrough extravaganza, where we had to do a second take, kinda, sort of, because in true fashion, Brett decided to start the video last time, escaping the Chow Garden, without me being ready to record.
Oh yeah, not even close.
And there's actually quite a process that goes into recording videos, at least for me. I try to sync up my commentary footage from Audacity separately from my editor, or not my editor, from the Elgato Capture software.
Because the Elgato Capture software is super hot.
Yeah, like for some reason live commentary just never worked out for me when using that software. So I've just always opted to use Audacity and then...
Are flying low ramp.
Thanks for interrupting my point of explanation there, Brett.
I was watching.
Yeah, I know you were watching, but you were also talking.
Sorry.
Talking muchly. Oh, there's Amy Rose there.
She gets her own music.
Yeah, she does. I kept forgetting that this was her music. I always thought it was Rouge the Bats anytime I would go listen to Sonic music casually on YouTube. I was like, oh yeah, this is Rouge's jam. And then I'm like, wait, no it's not.
Rouge's would probably be more mysterious.
Yeah.
But, so Blaine does a sound sync. So he syncs up a DAS so he can, in editing, sync up the sound. But, so he'll do it announcing his actions, and then he'll say, I'll do it without talking now, and then he does it. And I have to laugh that he doesn't just do it, then do it without talking. But I don't know. I enjoy it, really. So, yeah.
Well, like, I find it's easier for me to start with my voice, and then I can pay more attention to the finer details whenever I'm differentiating between the audio that's coming into the mic versus the audio.
And I do understand that it is more sounds to gauge by.
It's more of a personal thing, really. I don't have to do it with my voice, and I've realized that, but it's still a preference.
I like it, Blaine. Don't change.
Oh, Jesus. That was certainly something there. Something that I remembered we can talk about. Last time we recorded this video, before I deleted it, was that we were talking about names. And I think this first came up when you brought up the Sean story that you had from your workplace.
Oh, yes.
And I remembered all of the crazy names that I have seen over the years in my work as a substitute teacher, which is my current occupation right now. I work as a substitute teacher in my home province. And, oh, Jesus. And, oh my goodness, some of the names that parents come up with for their kids these days, it's like they think they're being original and they don't realize there's literally 20 other kids that have that same name. You would not believe how many Jacksons there are in this province.
And Jaces?
I haven't seen many Jaces.
Oh, no, sorry, that's still too soon. You gotta wait another, like, 8 years and they'll all be in school.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's not just like Jackson, it's always spelled with an X, like Jaxon.
Well, yeah, you gotta be different, right? So
but they don't
they
realize...
all do the same thing.
They don't realize they're doing the same thing.
Classic.
But, like, at least Jackson sounds normal, even if the spelling is, like, a whole special snowflake type of thing.
You can't murder too much.
Right. Yeah. But then there's some names that just really throw me a curveball. Like, it's just like, what the hell were they thinking? Like, just recently, I was at a school, and one of the kids in that classroom, his name was Legacy. That was his first name, Legacy.
Bye, Big. That's oh my God.
Was Big the cat back there just now?
Yeah, on the left.
Oh, totally missed him. Rip. But yeah, that was a cringeworthy one. Another cringeworthy one is Zachary, also spelled with an X at the beginning. I
that's dirty.
literally had a headache as soon as I saw his name on the attendance list. I was like, just how? How could they think a name like that would sound logical? Like that's a name that could cause them to be bullied in the future. In my opinion, that would definitely be grounds for potential bullying. But that's just my personal opinion. Have I told you about Nevea?
Nevea?
Yes.
No.
Nevea is heaven spelled backwards.
Oh, that's right.
And I have encountered more than one student on this province named Nevea.
Really?
Yep, more than one.
Wow.
At different schools, of course.
Classic.
Oh, man. Oh, no, wait. You know what, Brett? I remember I just had my birthday recently. I turned 28. And I just remembered a crazy name that you discovered. I think they actually made a whole story about it. It was called Absidy.
Yeah.
Tell me more about Absidy.
So Absidy, this happened in a I want to say it's an Atlanta airport, but it was some airport somewhere in the States.
Yeah.
And so it was a person boarding them onto the plane, and she was checking her ticket, and her name was ABCDE. So she's like, what is this, a placeholder name? And starts like laughing and gets at her phone, starts Snapchatting the ticket, being like, look at this person's name, ABCDE. Meanwhile, the mother and like 13-year-old daughter are standing right there.
Yeah.
Being like, what are you doing? That's my name. It's Absidy. And yeah, that's as much as I know the story.
I mean, on one hand, that is pretty awful. But on the other hand, it's like, what else did you expect? Like, that's literally, like...
Yeah, you shouldn't name your child just first 6
You literally
letters of the
gave them
alphabet.
the first 5 letters of the
Yeah,
alphabet.
like,
And
exact 5.
why was that door not opening?
It's just crazy to me.
Oh, that's because those two didn't blow up. No, wait, what? Why is it not opening, man?
Break the thing, Blaine.
Oh, there's another one that I
Gosh.
could not see. That's logical.
It is. It's always there. It tricked me in the last playthrough.
Oh, there we go. I missed one.
Just radical.
I don't know if I don't remember if we've said this in the beginning, but if we haven't, let it be known that Brett hates Tails levels.
Ooh, so much.
I think it goes without saying that the Tails/Eggman levels are the least favorite of many who play this game.
They're just the most awkward.
Yeah, the controls aren't really...
Wonky. They're wonky.
Yeah, they're not good. Just not good.
No good.
Alright, so we're gonna feed Buddy his regularly scheduled dose of items. Wait, is he still in the kindergarten?
Yeah, I took JoJo to the classroom.
Oh, Jojo to the classroom, okay.
He's gonna learn to sing.
So Buddy is here.
Mm-hmm.
Jojo, by the way, is another Chow in our garden. That was actually an automated name, by the way. I didn't type that in. That was a name that was present in the game system. And when that came up, I was like, well, I can't not name him Jojo now, because there will be a certain member of our YouTube audience that really appreciates that. So,
Yeah.
there you go. Fan service for you, Jojo. So, there's Buddy right here. Wake up. Oh, I just noticed his run is in the red. So he's got some pretty good run.
You're saying he's got the runs?
I'm saying he's got the run. So yeah,
Oh, it's in the red, I see.
I've been playing a lot of games on PS4 lately, but it's also good to go back and revisit the 360 just for the nostalgia value. Me and Brett were talking about 360 games that we played a lot in the past. Brett, some of the games Brett played back in the day were Halo 3. That was another big one for me as well. I have so many memories playing that game. Just a lot of general memories. And I remember how awesome Bungie was with the community back in the day. And even with Halo Reach back then too, but I don't know if you played Reach much.
No, I was out of it after Halo 3.
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't 2. I'm done.
Yeah.
No, I played the heck out of 3 though.
You told me recently that you played Halo 3, and there's still people playing it to this day. Like,
oh yeah.
Like, not a whole lot.
No, like on 360, booted up Halo 3 and like found a lobby and played.
Like Team Slayer, was it?
Yeah.
That's unreal. And I think you did, like, really good in that match, if I recall correctly.
I think I won, and then I think the next one I got destroyed.
Yeah. Still some pros over there. It's amazing how communities can exist for so many of those old types of games, like Fantasy Universe, what we mentioned earlier.
Well, do you know what the crazy thing about that Phantasy Star Universe demo that was on the Xbox 360 Marketplace?
Yeah. What is it?
I popped that demo on like 3 years after the first time I played it, and it was still full of people.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like,
Servers going and everything?
it was going until they brought it down the Marketplace.
Yeah. Like, I remember I paid... I think you had to have a subscription in order to play for that game, didn't
It
you?
was like 15 or 20 a month too. It was a lot.
Yeah. I remember I stopped playing it, but I had a subscription still attached to it, so I had to call... Oh, no, wait, you're playing now. Go. Tricked ya. Oh, what was the term that we used to describe our runs? Last time we recorded these videos...
Fast trial. No.
No, it was...
Something trial.
Quick trial.
Quick trial.
That's the one.
Quick trial. Come on, buddy. Quick
go,
trial.
go.
Did you see that?
Oh. From now on, we're gonna spontaneously, without warning, say those words whenever we feel like it. Quick trial, go.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, you totally ruined that. You could have had that.
The homing gods didn't want it.
No. They deemed it unnecessary. I'm quite fond of this level, too. Way to grab the handle again.
Thank you.
For longest... Okay, so I thought there were phoenixes in those pylons that are up ahead, hiding behind
Full
those,
of poop.
hiding behind those ridges. Like, if you go back there... Oh, didn't know a beetle was in there. So those pylons there, like, I thought there were phoenixes on them. I remember seeing a YouTube speedrun.
Maybe
where,
if you like do the in a speed run, right? They're getting phoenixes.
or not speedrun, sorry, but there's a video of someone covering all the animals in certain levels, and I remember a guy showing all the phoenixes hiding under pylons. There's like 3 of them, or something like that. I was like, what? How did I not know about this?
What about that one?
Not that one, no.
Not that one.
Not that one. Definitely not that one.
Of course, not that one.
So,
This one.
Halo 3 was a big one for me, mostly because that was the most tight we were back as a community. That's when everyone had 360s, everyone was gaming in their circle, everyone was playing Halo. It was like we would play with friends of friends just through Halo.
Yeah.
Like, the community was unbelievable back then.
Oh.
Most people in our high school were playing it.
Okay.
And
I feel like that was really when Xbox Live took off.
oh yeah, big time.
With the masses, not just the hardcores.
Oh yeah, I remember. It was a very exciting time. I remember when that first E3 trailer came out for Halo 3. I still watch it today and get goosebumps watching that trailer. Like, I think that's probably my favorite video game trailer of all time, that Halo 3 announcement trailer. Like,
My God.
literally
God.
everything that they did, wow. That was awful.
I tried.
I tried to find a funny way of phrasing that, but I couldn't. Like, I understand though. Like, the controls are not what you're used to, because it's an old platformer. There you go. Way to cheat the system a bit. That was the second time you hit that thing. 7, 6, fire! As soon as you grab the handle. Anyway, what was I just talking about? You remember what I was talking about?
Nope.
No. I'm really bad for that.
I was trying to concentrate.
I love, like, ranting about certain things, and then I end up getting caught with something else that happens, and I'm like, wait, what just happened?
Quick draw.
The quickest the trials happen right there. Jumping for every item that you see.
Quick draw.
Ruining your speed with every hop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you still do the challenge.
Yeah, I ain't done yet.
One game I really got into when it first came out, barely made it. There's the infamous E for effort. But one game that I really enjoyed back in the day, Gears of War.
Never got into it.
I never really got into it beyond the first game, but the first game, I was hard into that multiplayer. I loved the first Gears of War.
Yeah.
Played it constantly.
I'll admit that it was really polished and it was really good, but I never put any time into it because, I had Halo 2. Why bother?
And 3. Well, I guess Halo 3 hadn't come out at that point.
Yeah, I was still rocking 2.
Yeah.
I can't wait. They said they're going to bring out Master Chief Collection on PC.
Oh yeah, that's
so
right.
So pumped.
I was
so pumped.
I was trying to imagine what you thought about that when that first came out.
Just the nostalgia boners. It hasn't resided yet.
Yeah, it's still huge.
Huge. Oh, I can't feed.
Yeah, Halo 1 is good for the time, but it's definitely aged.
Halo 1 is a lot of fun if you just have like a buddy and you're just like, hey,
doing co-op together.
Or even just like, let's just go pistols, you versus me.
Yeah, 1v1 bro.
Yeah, because pistols in that game are ridiculous.
Oh yeah, they're practically snipers.
I didn't realize how strong they were until my cousin was home with the Master Chief Collection on his Xbox. And I like got to play with it. I'm like, what is this? It's so crazy. Like, all game, just pistol. And no big deal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is my turn. Yeah, the way grenades were done too. Oh, boss fight. The way grenades were done in that game too were very satisfying to me. I love like.
Is this my boss fight?
Yes, it is.
I'm the best at Shadow.
Yeah, because based on the last video we did at this part, you were.
If only you guys could have seen this. Actually, you would have probably cringed pretty hard.
Just pass with flying carpets, let me tell you. I honestly think the homing attack is part of the problem with this fight.
What?
Case in point there. Like, that sabotage Shadow. That homing attack. The way it's supposed to work is you're supposed to hit him from behind. But it's kind of hard to do that. Especially when you're flying off the stage like that.
I damaged him, though.
You did damage him twice.
I did damage him.
Yeah. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
But I mean, like,
would say.
on the hit where I died, I damaged him. Hey, I got him right there. Did you see that?
Yeah, you rolled into him. That's interesting. Way to hit the ground, Shadow. Oh, and I know another thing we can talk about. Smoking the Bandit.
Oh!
Ah, no.
No! Might have been able to save it there.
So, last time
Smokey
Brett was here recently, we planned to do some Sonic videos then, but he noticed a copy of my Smokey and the Bandit Blu-ray that I had in my table, and he was like, you want to watch Smokey and the Bandit? I'm like, we should probably do it. So we ended up watching that whole movie last time he was here, and I gotta say, it did live up to the hype that Brett mentioned in the Dead Rising series. I really enjoyed that movie quite a bit. Do you know that they made 2 sequels?
To Smokey and the Bandit?
Yep.
I didn't know they made 2. I knew they made 1.
The first sequel did have Burt Reynolds and Sally Field again, but I think the third one has a completely different cast, so it's not worth watching. Apparently. I don't know. I've never seen the sequels.
Well, it literally ended the first one, setting up the sequel.
Yeah. Maybe it continues from there. I don't know.
No, in the second one, I know that they haul an elephant.
They haul an elephant?
Yeah.
Have you seen the sequel?
Yeah.
Oh, you did see the sequel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just forgot.
I didn't know you were that hard into Smoking the Bandit.
Well, no, I never actually set out to see it. It'd be like my old man, hey Brett, this movie's on.
And he would just announce it to you.
Yeah, and he just yelled at me, and I'm like, yeah, I'll go check it out. And it was usually worth my while.
One interesting movie experience I've had with my dad. See,
My
my dad is quite ambivalent when it comes to movies. Like, the words that he used to describe a movie is a good show. That's the words that he used to describe every time he finishes watching a movie, like Forrest Gump or something like that. That was a good show. He always uses those specific words. And if it's not a good show, then it's not worth watching. Rightfully so.
That was a good show.
Well, that's the exact sentence that he uses every time he finishes watching a decent movie. He said that recently when he watched a movie on Netflix for the first time ever a few weeks ago. Despite him being set up with an account and everything attached to my credit card, he has not abandoned his habits of cable television. And yes, I'm aware I missed that Golden Beetle. But he still watches cable TV constantly, still complains about ads, and I say, you know that you have endless hours of content on Netflix, right? And he's like, frig it. It's too complicated.
Literally, word
for
for
me.
word, friggers.
Yeah. But he recently watched The Equalizer on Netflix, which is actually a pretty decent, solid Denzel Washington movie. And he always watched clips of movies he was interested in on YouTube. So he kind of saw the whole movie by proxy.
Oh, really?
But he ended up... there were like a few bits of The Equalizer that he didn't see on YouTube that ended up being the full movie, and he, word for word, said his trademark phrase at the end of watching it, said, that was a good show. And so, what I meant to say is one of the interesting experiences that I had with my dad was a few years ago when I watched a Disney movie on Blu-ray called Tangled. Have you ever seen that movie, Tangled?
I have not.
It's quite a decent movie. It has Zach Levi, who played Chuck,
Yeah.
and he plays the prince in
She
that
has the
movie.
red hair, right?
Rapunzel?
Is that what it's about, Rapunzel?
It's about Rapunzel, yeah.
Oh, I
yeah.
know it is.
No, the red-haired one's Brave.
Oh, right.
That's the one, yeah. But Tangled is the one about Rapunzel, and I thoroughly enjoy that movie. I think it's fantastic. And I was just like 5-10 minutes into the movie, and Dad walks in, and he's like, what are you doing in here, playing stupid video games?
Classic.
And I said, no, I'm actually watching a Disney movie. He's like, what the hell are you watching a kid's movie for? So I was like, come sit down and watch it. He's like, and he didn't have anything else better to do, obviously. So he just came in, plopped down on the couch, and he literally watched the whole Tangled movie with me. And of course, at the end of the movie, he said, that was a good show. So, good shows come in all sizes and packages. Doesn't matter if it's about guns or if it's about Disney princesses. Apparently, he'll be impressed by anything that's a good show. Dads are always awesome when it comes to movies.
You know, sometimes they're pretty great.
And speaking of, well, not movies, but stories in general, yes, I made it. That was awesome.
Awesome, nice.
I think the 360 was the pinnacle when it came to interactive storytelling. BioShock was a big game. Mass Effect was a big game for me back then. My 360 was just on fire. And 10 years later, it's like,
I feel like it was
what the hell happened to Microsoft?
The peak of game development.
Like, there's just so many new things being done with interactive storytelling, and I just fed off that. Like, I crave stories like that.
Yeah, it seems like Microsoft's given up entirely.
Well, they've bought a few new studios recently, and I'm excited to see what they're going to do with them. But it's, at this point, it's like too little too late.
It's crazy how monopolizing, like how everything today is all monopolizing.
Do you have time to do another video, Brett?
Yeah, sure.
Because in the next video, I have a feeling we'll be talking about a recent announcement that came up in video gaming. So, we are going to feed Buddy his animals behind the scenes in the meantime. So, until the next video we do, thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoy it, and stay tuned for the next part. Come on, buddy, be a little bit happier.
He's trying to stay awake.